I'm Nadia, I'm the co-founder of CodeYam, and we're building the first software simulator. For basically my entire career, I've been obsessed with building user-friendly products that help our daily lives through technology. Before becoming a founder, I worked at Lyft on new technology products for riders, including the e-bikes and scooters you see in Denver, which is where I now live. And so today, I really want to talk about complexity, and complexity in software development in particular. Can you raise your hand if you've built software or you build software now? Yeah, a bunch of us. So if you've done anything in regards to building software, you know how fast it gets complex. Even for a simple seeming application, things become really complicated really quickly. And as things get complex, they become harder to maintain, harder to debug, and harder to ship quickly, which is the death to most startups. So what affects this? Why does this hurt delivery performance? I'm going to go into 3 factors, although there are many things. First is code complexity. This could result from tech debt buildup. You're working really hard, you're pushing fast, you don't have time to clean up your code base. And this makes even the most senior developers nervous about the changes that they push. It's higher risk. The second factor is growth. This could be growth of your product or growth of your organization. And there's nothing more frustrating than hiring new developers to your team and then seeing the product growth slow to a glacial pace because you can't push changes. And third, and this is really surprising, is generative AI for code gen. So actually, although this helps you write more code more quickly, it slows down and hurts software delivery performance. The team at Google, as their Dora developer survey, actually found a negative impact on software delivery performance from AI. So this is incredibly stressful for software developers and technical leaders. And it's a losing battle a lot of the time. It keeps you up at night, it's harder to push changes, it becomes really, really stressful, and there's a lot of pressures that you face. And we have a lot of tools and processes today that try to help us navigate this, but they're often not enough. So that's why I'm excited to share that we're building CodeYam. It's a problem that we've felt very personally, and we wanted to build a better solution that helps you ship changes faster and with more confidence, so you're not trading off quality versus speed. So I'm going to dig into a quick live demo, and this is the first time doing this exact demo, so it really is live. You guys are the first to see it. So this is a pull request from my co-founder Jared in GitHub. It's a change to a web app we're building. You can see that CodeYam has automatically commented on the change and created simulations so we can understand exactly what's going on with this code change. We can see all front-end and back-end changes, and we can also see impacted areas of the app. So this is any part of the app importing the files that have changed, which will help us understand if something is wonky. We can see lots of different data scenarios, and these are all created automatically through AI. So you can understand exactly how different kinds of users will experience this change. Now, we're looking at sort of a simple component that he changed, but I often find it's better to see the change in the context of the wider application. So you can actually navigate up the component hierarchy of our app, seeing the simple change in more and more complicated pages, going all the way up to the parent dashboard page, which is our complete application. And this is fully interactive, so we can not only see this change, we can test it. We can look at it from the point of view of different users, so someone on a tablet or mobile. So in this case, CodeYam has helped us see that mobile adaptive is pretty broken and probably needs some work. We can see different scenarios at the page level as well. But what's really special in terms of testing this change is we can actually edit the scenario. So while this all is created by default, we also have full control to edit, create new scenarios, delete them. So in this case, we've got a lot of different clients. There's a lot of invoices, a lot of data. This would really suck to manually QA. You guys would be here for many, many minutes, not just 5 for me. So I'm going to use the AI to edit. So we're going to add 2 new clients with 4 invoices each. This is my first time doing it with a mic, so we'll see my 1-finger typing skills. Okay, so we'll go ahead and hit generate. So this is running live, it's a real live product, so it's going to take a little while to generate. So rather than having you all watch the spinner, I'll show you what's going on under the hood. So what we're doing is we're basically running every code change through a mix of static code analysis and AI analysis. And what we're doing is we're achieving the proper level of abstraction to be able to simulate what's going on and basically run the application in a simulated environment with synthetic data. And this is many, many API calls. It's not just a simple wrapper type product. It's actually incredibly complex to achieve that appropriate level of abstraction, and then to actually create the mock data, which needs to be appropriate for us to see the product as users might see it. So there's pretty complicated product, pretty fun. We'll see if it ran. Yeah, so it looks like it did run. We can see that there are 5 clients. The new ones have data that looks appropriate, but just for fun, why don't we mess around? So we can see client 5 got added, they've invoiced 12. So we can also make manual changes to test out different scenarios. So let's test like a super large number, for example, and you can see that it updates live. And whenever I'm happy with the scenario, I can save it, and it will add to my automated suite of tests. So it will run whenever future files affect this part of the app or future file changes. So this is kind of a simple demo, but since my goal today is really to talk about the complexity of software, I thought I would show you guys a little something new. It's a sneak peek of something we're actively working on, which is a much more complex product, which is CodeYam in CodeYam. So this is a different view. You're seeing the changes, and this is real, this is our team, all of the changes to CodeYam's code. And you can see, sort of similar to the GitHub view, everything that's happened recently. So when you're not just trying to review a specific change, but you actually want to understand what's going on with your application, that's where this sort of newer view comes in handy. So we've created this as sort of a single source of truth for everything that's current in your application. You can see every single component that makes up CodeYam here, along with details, and it really breaks down the app, which is really helpful for things like onboarding, trying to understand how a given function works, or trying to debug something specifically. And you can go into a specific part of your application. So in this case, we'll go into commits content, and you'll see simulated scenarios that basically help you understand quickly what's going on. So today, in the sort of pre-CodeYam world, the way that you would do this would be you would maybe dig through the code and try to read the code and understand what's happening. Maybe you push it to staging and you try to test it to understand what's going on. But there's not an easy and fast way to do this. So this is, again, a sneak peek of something we're actively working on, so pretty new, and I'm excited to share it. And so this demo is super simple. This is like very early stuff, but we're pretty excited about the much bigger vision, which is basically to create a Jarvis-like experience for software developers and give them superpowers to help them have more confidence that they're delivering valuable changes quickly and without bugs. And so if you think that this is exciting or interesting or useful, please reach out. You can get in touch. You can follow our progress on the blog. I will be around after, and I'm happy to take any questions and share more about the founder journey in CodeYam. But yeah, thank you all. Thank you, Tim.